Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League 2 Premier League here with Bath City. A poor run of form at the moment, dropping down to 4th place in the league. Only 1 point behind Sutton, 4 points behind Southend, and 10 points behind Rochdale. Closest team to us being Dagenham and Redbridge, 4 points behind, and Woking are 11 behind in 6th and 12 in 7th. So we're pretty much going to definitely be in the playoffs, but we're aiming really to try and win the league. But getting back 10 points in the remaining games of the season. What do we play in the season? 46, so something like 16 games left to make up 10 points. It's not impossible. You'll see that Orsi also came through in the past couple of days telling me he set his retirement date to the end of the season. I have asked him to reconsider. Hopefully he does, because currently he's technically our best striker, although he may not be playing like it. He technically is. I've got all these youth players in here still. I'm going to filter those out because they've played a game recently, so they're going to be tired. Can I filter out? There's got to be someone. Hide players who are unavailable, not at the club. So this shows my actual squad and the players I have remaining. Byron, someone who's going to need a bit more game time. He's going to come on for Button. And that will see Tomlinson drop out off the bench as we get Batten back in. Sort this bench out, so like I said, I can always physically see who I've got ready to play where and when needed. Orsi on about retiring. Oh, I'm going to just take Windsor out for him. Windsor gives me a couple more options off the bench because he can play attacking mid, right, left hand striker. The other person who's not going to be happy is Dolling because he's begging to start. Beardmore is forever brilliant for us, and he's going to come on for Jenkins Davies. Apart from that, I think that's our starting lineup. I really need Orsi to come through. Windsor scored twice in the last game, and I've just dropped him out the starting lineup and put him on the bench just so Orsi can stay. So he's going to have to repay my faith in him. But like I said, at the moment he's looking at potentially retiring at the end of the season. So I want to show him that he needs to reconsider his retirement, and he still is good enough to be playing main team football for us. And the main way to show that is by giving him the game time. A potential tough game here against Accrington, who do sit, I believe, in ninth, so just off the playoff spot. So they've got a lot to play for. Hopefully we can put them to sleep today and win, and for once not concede an early goal. I think this is the longest we've gone the past few games without conceding. In the past two, we conceded within the first 5 minutes. Instead, we almost scored in the first five, so it's a better start than normal. And we look to be dominating all the chances and possession in these opening 10 minutes. Beardmore, the orchestrator of the team, he has been all season. And in real life, Bath have loaned him out to Plymouth Parkway, I think it is, which to me made no sense. But we obviously wanted to free up some budget to try and bring in new players. Not that that's helped them in real life. Still creeping closer and closer to relegation this year. Bath City are in real life. And here we go again. Accrington with the ball. Nice long throw. A flick on. But Alan Jones should pick that up. Into Tilson. To White. To Beardmore. Like I said, an orchestrator in the midfield. Look how he picks up and carries the ball in this game. Georgiou down to Pete. Beardmore's going to make an appearance in the box. But it's Orsi off the post. Alves with the follow-up easily blocked by Tinsdale. And they will look to clear their lines. A nice bit of passing to work their way out. A long ball. And they did get in behind there. I was a bit worried with Catton chasing on that he might get in the end. But Accrington have worked their way back into the game throughout this first half, creating their own opportunities and chances. And it's whether I keep as I am, I go more attacking, or I sit back a bit more defensive against these five back formations. And I've not quite hit the nail on the head so far this season with what I've done against these teams. But here goes Pete down the line brilliantly. He's going to whip another ball in. Alves just lets that drop over his head. He gives the ball away. And this could be a counter-attack to Hinchy. But White with the foul in the middle of the park to allow his teammates to reset and get into position. We're going to expand these later scores. There's Rochdale still drawing 0-0 with Gateshead. Dagenham and Redbridge winning. Sutton winning. can't remember who else is up the top with us, if I'm honest with you. But a dominant first half, but we're just showing nothing for it, and this is so typical of us. And I can see Peak there, injured, out on the left wing. Windsor or Keto. You know what, Keto, I feel like every time he comes on, he's a bit of a difference maker. I don't know why, but he always seems to pop up. It's always down that left. Our best attacking opportunities come from. Very bland and boring first half here. Still sitting at 0-0. And talk of the man Keto who's on the ball there to Tilson to Georgiou. Into Parsal. Parsal looking at his options. It's Tilson to White. Byron now. Back into Tilson. A good ball out wide to Alves. Alves needs to play this in the box. A Rabona cross. Fumbled around the box. Almost cleared. And Georgiou, bit too much power on that for Keto to keep it on. If that was a better ball, he might have been able to smash that across the box. But you see Orsi down at a 6 rating. He's had an absolute stink in his first half. Maybe he shouldn't reconsider his retirement, Orsi. Afoki on. Windsor on. Come on, boys. Come on. We need to turn this rut around. It's like I said, sometimes you hit a bad run of form, and the longer it takes you to turn it around, the worse and worse it's going to get. And we've done all right this game so far. We just need to put away some of the chances. And I've already basically changed the whole front line. My front three are all different to who started. Avoki, Kettle and Windsor. We really need to sign out this game. But Accrington comfortable playing out the back. Out wide to Tinsdale. Ball forward to Cutton. He's going to square this. And it's going to be tapped in. I can read that an absolute mile away. An absolute mile away. And you can see the team's heads down. White, you're actually going to go there. Warrior can come on. I've subbed someone on and subbed them straight off. That's 4 subs. I've got Sweeten, Patton and Harvey Wild Richards. Sweeten could come on for Tilson, I suppose. We're going to go more attacking because we need to get this goal back. And this is it. A Bath City side who are still 2 seasons in, not taking their chances well enough. And we were actually doing all right this season in terms of scoring and taking our chances. But the second Avoki hit a bad run of form, we've just not been able to recreate his and Beardmore's partnership and scoring. And we've just given the ball away again there. Parsal winning back to Georgiou, forward to Keto. To Beardmore, to Georgiou. Keto needed to run onto that, but it's gone nowhere. Keeper clears. Byron wins it. Windsor's shrugged his man off. Windsor cuts inside. Finish this, Windsor. He does. He does. 65 minutes in. We finally draw level. We finally draw blood from our opponents. I'm quickly going to pause this again because it looks like Warriors at right back and White's in midfield, which isn't what I wanted at all. So we're going to quickly fix that. Can we get another? Can we get a winner here in this game? It's been a tight affair. Stats leaning slightly in Bath's favour. But White giving away a free kick there. He's got a yellow card to his name. Final 15 minutes. I've got no subs left. It's down to the 11 men out there. And it's starting with the Accrington keeper with a long ball. And White's not won that. And it's played to Catton. He's going to play it across. And somehow that's blocked. And it's the corner to Accrington. Nothing comes from it though. Into the final 10 minutes. And we're going for a winner. All out attack, boys. I know we can do it. And like I said, we need to get over this hurdle. This struggle. Because there's going to be another 2 points potentially dropped in the title race. In the playoff race. Which we don't want. But can anything come from White here? It's a good ball. Sadly doesn't make its way to Keto, but that's another good ball. Warrior picks up. He's just going to shoot from range off the bar. Cleared. It's kept on as well by Cutton. He's played that weirdly across the box, but now they hoof it clear. Byron wins it in the air. Beardmore to Warrer. Warrer out to Windsor. Windsor now. He scored one. Can he assist another? No, he's lost the ball there. And now it's a chance for Accrington to get forward. But it's won back by White again. Beardmore to White. Keto's over. Avoki. Come on, boys. We need to do better with the ball in these positions we're in. Playing around on the edge of their box. Keto. Ball pinged out. Windsor takes it down. There's a man on the edge free. Windsor doesn't want it. And it's off the right of the goal. Bath once again 15 plus shots deep. Still not in the lead. Beardmore out wide to Windsor again. He plays that in. Can't quite make it to Beardmore. Coyle concedes the corner. Can we get a last minute winner? It's swung in. It bounces out now. Beardmore's going to pick that up. Beardmore's got to go to Keto. Sweet and Keto. Why is he taking a shot there? Why have you taken a shot there? And that's a full-time whistle. Another 2 points dropped. The struggle is real right now. We are dropping points after points after points. These last 5 games are mid-table kind of results. It's dreadful. And it wouldn't shock me if we start to slip out of the promotion playoff spots. Still sat in 4th, only 4 points ahead of Dagenham now. We're dropping down the table. And our teams ahead of us are just increasing their lead on us. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like. Please do subscribe. I will catch you next time. Goodbye.